right, class, welcome. I'm so glad you guys could all be here today. So to start off for today's class, I just want to go over what do we know about World War II. So take a couple of minutes as a group, discuss what we know about World War II.
I know that the Nazis killed the Jews.
Hitler.
Stalin.
Yes, I was going to say that.
America came in at the end of the war and then took credit for everything.
It's one way of looking at it. We also fought Japan.
Yes. Yes.
All right, everybody, we're going to bring it back together as a group. Now, I want one table group to go around. Each table group's going to go around, and they're going to say one thing that they know of about World War II, but make sure not to repeat something that somebody else has already said. Group 1.
Hitler was the bad guy.
That could be correct in some eyes, but not all eyes, but yes. So I noticed that nobody mentioned how World War II started. So we're going to start our new unit off. It's going to be the causes of World War II. Today we're going to focus on the Treaty of Versailles. So remember from last unit, we learned that World War I ended with the Treaty of Versailles. But we didn't go into much detail about it. That is because today we are going to actually read some of the main points of the Treaty of Versailles that address Germany. So I'm going to go ahead and pass out a little handout. I want you guys all to take a minute and go ahead and read it. And then once you're done reading, come together as a group and discuss what we have read. All right, did everybody have a chance to read it yet? It's okay if you haven't finished. All right, so now just discuss what we've read. What does this look like to everyone? Talk as a table group.
It looks to me as if Germany was severely oppressed because of the Treaty of Versailles and gave France control over something that I don't know. The Saar coal fields, I don't know what that is.
All right, so for our next activity, I would like everyone to try and categorize these into 3 different categories. You guys can label the numbers A, B, C to differentiate which one belongs in what group, and try and put a title for that group. Look for similarities, maybe patterns. It can be anything from economics to just how Germany could have been oppressed, as one of your classmates have said.
Let's see. So, anyone?
I notice a lot of them.
No.
I notice a lot of them focus on like making Germany cut back in their military in some ways. So there's like number 2, which is reducing military. There's no longer allowed to have submarines. I'm assuming those are military ones.
Just submarine in my backyard.
I don't know if they had
No Air
recreational
Force.
ones.
And then
Pretty
let's
cool
see.
though.
Only allowed to have 6 ships in the Navy, number 6. And then, let's see, they had to kind of give some stuff over to like France or pay.
Yes, let's have that be another category, is giving stuff away. 8, give stuff away.
Or, just other countries, political, because then you could lump in one with that. They had to accept all the blame.
Just whenever you guys
All right, everybody, we're going to come back together as a group, and now one person is going to take their paper from every group, and we're going to put it under the document camera, and we're going to discuss maybe why you categorized your guys' statements this way, or why someone might have thought to move them into a different category. And so at this time, this is when each group would come up and display underneath the document camera. It's okay, we don't have a document camera. And this is where we would go over the different classes answers to the activity I just asked. And then at the end of that, after each group got a turn, then I would display my copy of the sheet underneath the document camera with how I categorized my points and statements. And the main thing that I would have been looking for and what I would be speaking about when I showed mine was that I did 3 different groups. I did economics, military, and morally. So the morally would be now they had to give up the land, and that they had to accept all blame for World War I. Whereas the economics would be losing the soaring coal fields and having to pay repercussions to all of the countries involved in World War I who won. And then the militaries, the submarines, reducing how many men they could have, not allowing troops in the Rhine field anymore, just as some examples. And at that point, I would ask the students, with these categories, would they be oppressive categories? So that's what I'll ask you. According to the Treaty of Versailles, were these different categories, how were they meant to be perceived? What was their main goal against Germany?
Smack them on the butt.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's telling how they perceived it was telling a child you did something wrong, and so now we're going to take away things from you. And so they took away their military, they took away financial stability, and they took away their pride, their patriotism, and their morality.
That didn't seem to last long.
No, and it didn't. And so
Mein Kampf.
now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass around everyone's exit slips. These will be graded based off of participation. I just want to get your guys' feedback and see if you guys understood what was going on. So the directions are, in your own words, list 3 different statements in the Treaty of Versailles that oppressed Germany. What were the 3 ways in which Germany was oppressed, and how do you think the treaty will affect Germany in the years to come? So the last question is just for you guys to start thinking about for tomorrow's lesson on the rise of the Nazi Party. So please fill these out, and I will collect them at the end of class.